Sad Hesper over the buried sun, and ready thou to die with him. Thou watchest all things ever dim, and dimmer, and a glory dawn. The team is loosened from the vein, the boat is drawn upon the shore. Thou listenest to the closing door, and life is darkened in the brain. Bright phosphor, fresher for the night, by thee the world's great work is heard, beginning and the wakeful bird, behind thee comes the greater light. The market boat is on the stream, and voices hail it from the brink. Thou hearest the village hammer clink, and seest the moving of the team. Sweet Hesper Phosphor, double name, for what is one, the first, the last, thou, like my present and my past, thy place is changed, thou art the same. O wast thou with me, dearest, then, while I rose up against my doom, and yearned to burst the folded gloom, to bear the eternal heavens again, to feel once more in placid awe the strong imagination roll, a sphere of stars about my soul, in all her motion one with law. If thou wert with me, and the grave divide us not, be with me now, and enter in at breast and brow, till all my blood a fuller wave. Be quickened with a livelier breath, and like an inconsiderate boy, as in the former flash of joy, I sleep the thoughts of life and death. And all the breeze of fancy blows, and every dewdrop paints a bow. The wizard lightnings deeply glow, and every thought breaks out a rose. There rules the deep, where grew the tree. O earth, what changes hast thou seen? There where the long straight roars hath been the stillness of the central sea. The hills are shadows, and they flow from form to form, and nothing stands. They melt like mist, the solid lands, like clouds they shape themselves and go. But in my spirit with I dwell, and dream my dream, and hold it true. For though my lips may breathe adieu, I cannot think the thing farewell. That which we dare invoke to bless our dearest faith, our castliest doubt. He, they, one, all within, without, the power in darkness, whom we guess. I found him not in world or sun, or eagle's wing, or insect's eye, nor through the questions men may try, the petty cobwebs we have spun. If ever when faith had fallen asleep, I heard a voice, believe no more, and heard an ever-breaking soul that tumbled in the godless deep. A warmth within the breast would melt the freezing reason's cold apart, and like a man in wrath the herd stood up and answered, I have felt. No like a child in doubt and fear, but that blind clamor made me wise. Then was I as a child that cries, but crying knows his father near. And what I am beheld again, what is and no man understands. And out of darkness came the hands that reach through nature, molding man. Whatever I have said or sung, some bitter notes my harp would give, yes, though there often seemed to leave a contradiction on the tongue. Yet hope had never lost her youth, she did but look through dimmer eyes, or love but played with gracious lies, because he felt so fixed in truth. And if the song were full of care, he breathed the spirit of the song, and if the words were sweet and strong, he set his royal signet there. Abiding with me till I sail, to seek thee on the mystic deeps, and this electric force that keeps 1,000 pulses dancing fail. Love is and was my Lord and King, and in his presence I attend to hear the tidings of my friend, which every hour his couriers bring. Love is and was my King and Lord, and will be, though as yet I keep within his court on earth and sleep, encompassed by his faithful guard. And here at times a sentinel who moves about from place to place and whispers to the worlds of space in the deep night that all is well. And all is well, though faith and form be sundered in the night of fear. Well roars the storm to those that hear a deeper voice across the storm. Proclaiming social truth shall spread, and justice, even through thrice again the red full fury of the scene should pile her barricades with dead. But ill for him that wears a crown, and him the lesser in his rags. They tremble, the sustaining Greeks, the spires of ice, and topple down, and molten up and roar in flood. The fortress crashes from on high, the brewed earth lightens to the sky, and the great Aeon sinks in blood. And compassed by the fires of hell, while thou, dear spirit, happy star, overlookest the tumult from afar, and smilest, knowing all is well. The love that rose on stronger wings, unpulsed when he met with death, is Conrad of the lesser faith that sees the curse of human things. No doubt vast eddies in the flood of onward time shall yet be made, and throned races may degrade, yet, O ye mysteries of good! While hours that fly with hope and fear, if all your office had to do with old results that look like new, if this were all your mission here. To draw, to see the useless word, to fool the crowd with glorious lies, to cleave a creed in sex and cries, to change the bearing of a to sift an arbitrary power, to cramp the student at his desk, to make old bareness picturesque and tuft with grass a feudal tower. Why then my scorn might well descend on you and yours. I see in part that all, as in some piece of art, is toil cooperant to an end. Dear friend, far off my lost desire, so far, so near in woe and weal, O love the most, when most I feel, there is a lower and a higher. Known and unknown, human divine, sweet human hand and lips and eye, dear heavenly friend, that canst not die, mine, mine, forever, ever mine. Strange friend, past, present, and to be, loved deeplier, darklier, understood. Behold, I dream a dream of good, and mingle all the world with thee. Thy voice is on the rolling air. I hear thee where the waters run. Thou standest in the rising sun, and in the setting thou art fair. What art thou then I cannot guess, but though I seem in star and flower to feel thee some diffusive power, I do not therefore love thee less. My love involves the love before, my love is vaster passion now. Though mixed with God and nature thou, I seem to love thee more and more. Far off thou art, but ever night I have thee still, and I rejoice. I prosper circled with thy voice, shall not lose thee though I die. O living will that shalt endure, when all that seems shall suffer shock, rise in the spiritual rock, flow through our deeds and make them pure. That we may lift from out of dust a voice as unto him that hears, a cry above the conquered ears, to one that with us works and trust. With faith that comes of self-control, the truths that never can be proved, until we close with all we loved, and all we flow from soul in soul.